All right, guys, it is Saturday, November 23rd. We're streaming on Closing Dime YouTube, the SharpMoney Twitch account, and Math Wins Twitter page. We got Math Wins himself here. We got Chap, and we have Brayton. Chap's first time on stream here, one of our members from Bet SharpMoney, real popular member. He's been absolutely crushing it. I think you're on a little bit of a downswing right now, but I think you've probably profited the most from our Discord. So I know people want to hear from you. I think you're muted right now too.
Oh yeah. Yep. Yeah. I'm not having a good month, but it's the first down month I've had since I've been here.
Yeah.
So I'm not worried.
Yeah. What's your all-time chart looking like? Because you kind of have a lower ROI, but you've placed like 1 million bets.
3 times as much as I have.
Yeah, he's the volume king.
Look at this man, already getting some love in the chat.
Yeah, the
bot ping king.
Yeah, I've had 1.6% ROI, about 13.5K. And I started with 2K bankroll, so that's not bad.
Nice. That's awesome.
When did you start, Chap, with your 2K bankroll? Like when was that you first started sports betting with that?
That's what it was at when I didn't really I started with
when you joined SharpMoney.
Yeah.
Day one.
I think I was following all three of you on Pickett and taking plays.
I'm just curious because that's about what I started at too, was just a 2K bankroll. And that was a couple years ago. But it's all about the scaling.
Yeah. Yeah, I scaled pretty quick. I was up. I've been up every month except for this month. So
then last month you had a crazy month that you had to come back down a little bit.
Yeah, it started. I've been down like 5 weeks in a row, but before that, I was like just going straight up, and I was like, this can't last forever.
How did that DraftKings VIP thing go? Are you getting any
trying to lose?
No, they ended up, I don't know, they didn't give me anything, and then all of a sudden I was limited, and I was just taking like square plays on there for a week and a half, but I was like getting super lucky. I took that Judge Ohtani, I threw like $50 on it, and I was like, oh shit, that won. Then I won like this big touchdown parlay, and they limited me and never heard back from any of the reps. I was like, all right.
That sounds about right.
Like they got me.
Yeah. I'll do a quick recap of how my month is going. I get a 1.5% ROI right now. About 1,000 bets placed, close to $1,600. NBA just absolutely carrying. That's where all the profits come from. College sports still giving me a hard time. Pretty low sample size here, and then the NHL. I don't know what the hell is going on with the NHL, but I can't buy a bet. These are just mostly total. That's all I'm really finding. Negative 26 ROI is just crazy. Even if you're placing bad bets, you should only be losing probably 5-6%. So that's just crazy bad luck. But NBA, take a look at that. About a 4% ROI. So really good stuff there. The NBA is just the best. We've talked about it a lot, but I've been basically just playing all the first quarter, first half stuff, like right at game time. And then if I see like full game stuff, I'm pretty much hitting it throughout the day. But NBA has been, I think, good in every market. I broke it down first quarter, first half, and full game. I think everywhere is winning. So I think Jeff's going to call out a bunch of college basketball plays today while I look for plays in the stream, I think.
Yeah, we just had a nice ladder pop up on Delaware, Vermont. Tip is in at noon, I believe, hour and a half away. If you can get Vermont -5.5, this is how Canby books. So your Bet Parks, your Bet Rivers. For those of you guys that aren't limited, there's a ton of Canby books. But it looks really good. Bookmaker and Circa are both sitting at -6.5, -110. The ladder starts at -5.5 for Vermont at -109. So you're getting value on just about every rung of the ladder here.
Nice. We have I think we probably have a few new members watching this, so I do want to just go over a couple plays and show the charts. I'm going to share a hockey play here, which, like I just said, I'm getting absolutely smoked with, but this is a play that I do like a lot. We have this chart here is this white line is the retail book. And right now I'm on the FanDuel bot page. So we see FanDuel is kind of moving up a little bit, which I typically don't acknowledge what the retail book is doing. I'm pretty much just looking at the sharp book action. And this is Pinnacle right here. And they've just dropped from plus 165 down to plus 152. Such a 13-cent drop. And which basically means that there's sharp action coming in on this over here, making it a better play. So this is something I'm going to take right here. We have Oilers versus Rangers. This is 10 o'clock tonight, so it's a little bit early to grab this, and it's a small EV play. But with that big movement, I'm going to hop on it. So I'm going to try loading this up on FanDuel and getting this bet in over 7 at 162. My luck has to change with these NHL pings.
I've also stopped taking
So
NHL.
I'm curious on this one, Robbie, because for NHL, I just think it's a different approach than NBA. So like an NBA game, when you see this run, you'll tend to see a run throughout the day, but NHL just doesn't move as much as some of the other sports. So, to me, like I'm more cautious with your like NHL plays 1%.
Yeah, well, so here's the thing. I think I'm still getting a ton of value on them. And a lot of the times when I go to click into these bets, the value has dropped like 10, 20 cents. So like I know they're good bets. I just feel like they're not hidden. But I guess I could pull up my picket and actually see where the CLV is.
Yeah, I think I'm just having some bad luck on NHL. I'm 11-40, which just doesn't make a ton of sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so here's my NHL.
That's tough rating.
Yeah, I mean, that's all bot plays, so I know they're good plays. But 11-40, and so I just kind of cut it out for a little bit.
Yeah, this is DVIG to Pinnacle. I mean, I'm getting it's without the VIG removed, so 5.87%. It's probably only like a 1% EV, but I'm beating the closing line or the Pinnacle line 90% of the time. I don't know. If we go another month like this, then maybe I'll just cut it out, but or be more selective.
Yeah, I'm still playing them. I'm just like I'm
more
trying because I was in the same boat. I'm looking for probably more like a 2% edge, just because I haven't seen the like a 1% edge continue to gain value like I have in some of the other sports.
No, that makes sense. Here's a good one. I think I would play this one just because the EV is kind of there. But Commanders and Cowboys under 23.5 total points, minus 115. Pinnacle is sitting at minus 128. I don't usually play. This is tomorrow's game, first half total points, so the market's probably not huge here. But yeah, this is something I'd play with a little bit over 2% EV. How do you guys feel on this one? I don't see any of your names on it right now.
Those first half and first quarter in NFL, I've been kind of waiting until day of if I take them.
Yeah,
just haven't had a ton of luck on them, but I don't hate the play.
So the hard part with NFL is like, if you're going to top down the NFL, if you don't jump on something like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday-ish, like by the time Sunday gets here, there is no value anywhere. Like the NFL market is just the limits are so big that by the time Sunday rolls around, like
nothing moves.
I don't know. I wouldn't play anything on an NFL Sunday. Like you're betting into such a solid line that I don't know if you're really getting any value on Sunday for NFL.
That makes sense.
Yeah, you don't see too many bets actually come up day of.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen a couple get some crazy steam right before game time, and that must mean there's some wild money coming in.
Well, I wonder if it's wild money, or I wonder if it's just the books need some action on the other side or something, because like the limits are at 50K at some places. Like if somebody wanted to get down, they could get down. They don't need to wait for right before tip like you do in some of the other markets.
True.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, no.
NFL's been good to me overall this year, though.
Same.
Oh, yeah,
I've been taking them. like when I see all these like first half stuff that's been sitting like all week long, I don't play them until Sunday typically. It's because of like just one book is kind of an outlier and just been sitting there. I don't really know why they sit on that price, but like it's not like the market's moving; they just haven't changed their odds. I did grab this one, Chargers +3.
I did see that. I like that one. That was this morning.
Yeah, I grabbed that.
But see, that's the Monday night game, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So I mean, you're still sitting here a couple days out, 2-3 days out.
Yep. But just a full game point spread. Like I can look on Pinnacle Odds Dropper right now. I bet you the limits are higher now or they're probably higher than like any of the college football things that we're looking at. Let me see.
There was actually, I think MGM had almost like a ladder because I saw it all the way to -1.5 for the Chargers.
Yeah, MGM did. So this page that I'm sharing right now, this is Pinnacle Odds Dropper, and I tend to use this with our bot sometimes, just to kind of see where the Pinnacle limits are at. So it looks like full game spread, it's set at +2 at 20K limits. So I need to go into the alternate lines to find the +3 line. So it is $20,000 limits. And we do, this is actually a great chart. You see this orange line right here is the limits that Pinnacle is accepting for like the max bet on this spread. And we see basically what you want to see is the orange line going up and the green line going down, because the green line is the odds. So if the odds are dropping, that means people are betting that side. So a lot of sharp bettors will wait for a limit increase to get their bet down, because they'd rather, if they think they have an edge, they'll wait for Pinnacle to jump to 10K or 20K before hitting a line instead of getting their money on a $1,000 max bet. So we see Pinnacle jumping from 10K limits to 15K limits to 20K limits. And during that time period, the price was -121, and then it moved all the way down to about -130, which basically means sharp bettors were hitting this at -120, pretty much every price down to that -130 line. So like on our Discord, if I pop back over, if sharp bettors were hitting this at that -120 range and we get -115, then I think this is a great play. That's kind of my thought process with it. And it's 20K limits. So, I mean, the market's pretty efficient. So that was on MGM.
Just had a nice value for college basketball again. Canby books again, but Bowling Green sitting at -3.5, -114 odds. Bookmaker and Circa are both sitting at -5. Or I'm sorry, -4 at -107. -3.5, 114 still good, but
you want to look at, this is a college football play. We have Bookmaker sitting at -115 here, and on Fliff we can get it at +105.
This is a Fliff play.
Yeah. Do you know where Circa is sitting on this one?
Yeah, I can pull it up real quick.
It must be. We can only compare plays that have the same point total. So Circa could be sitting at over 59, and we don't know the price of it, obviously, because we're not pulling it. So I always try to double check the Circa app or Bookmaker or another source to find it.
Well, can't we just ask Brayton? He should know this line. It's Louisiana, right?
Yeah, I know, right?
This is the Lafayette Leopards. Different school, Brayton.
Yeah, different, man.
So I can't blame you on this one.
My Raging Cajuns ruined your.
Yeah, they suck at basketball.
God, they were so bad.
Let's see. I actually don't see a Circa line for this play.
How do you feel about that without Circa?
I was looking at this. I just checked Fliff, and it's at 56, over 56, and they don't have the alt line.
Oh, they removed the alt.
Yep.
All right, so that one's probably gone. Here's a good play. I like this. Rockets Trailblazers over 225.5, -122. This is steaming pretty hard, actually. This is about a 20-cent drop in the last couple hours.
Yeah, it looks like it's 225 all the way to 227
on FanDuel. Nice.
Yeah.
So a good question, Robbie, that I think we should hit. NV Bootcamp says, because I think a few of us on the stream right now have kind of gone through this month. How do you recommend turning it around after an extended cold streak? Nuke my unit size. I'll answer first. So this month alone, the first 11 days of the month, I was down about 35 units. And at that point, like, what you need to make sure you're doing is you're taking good plays. Like, I kind of took my, I took a Picket download or took all my plays off Picket and started breaking them down, looking at different places, like where I was bleeding, what markets, and like, was it derivatives, was it totals, was it spreads, was it plays that I was taking day of the game, was it plays I was taking 3-4 days ahead, and really just kind of figure out where, with sample size, where your good ROI is and where your negative ROI is. And the bad ROI is, like, start digging into those plays deeper. And if you come to the conclusion that you're on good bets, you're getting CLV, you're beating the closing line, then it's just that's part of EV betting. If you're finding that, there's a certain spot or certain games and markets that you're betting that you're not getting closing line value and they're not good bets, take those out and to go from there. But if you're on good bets, it's just kind of a buckle up and it's going to turn around. But the first thing you got to do is make sure that you're on good bets. Because I started out down 40 units and I've climbed all the way back to, I'm down about 4 units right now for the month. So that roller coaster ride is going to happen. But dig into your data first. And, this is something, if you want to reach out to myself on Discord, I can kind of help you know where to start in terms of doing that. But that's where you got to go first, to make sure that you're on good bets every day.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that. And I'll also say too, if you want to look for more conservative bets, play under like 150 odds, it might reduce your variance a little bit. When I first started, I was only taking bets under plus 150, and I pretty much never had too much of a bad downswing. Obviously, you're missing value if you're only playing under 150, but kind of something that might just help you out there.
Chap, what did you do, or did you do anything different? Because I know you started just like me with a very rough first couple weeks to the month.
Yeah, I mean, I tend to I'll take a look. Sometimes I'll get like a little bit. I've been through enough downswing, even though I'm not that. I've only been in this since like April, but like I've had a couple really bad downswings, like the one I'm in, and I take a lot of volume and I see that it levels out, and so I just trust that it's going to work out. Sometimes, if I notice like something's really bad, then I take a step back. But if I'm like 1,000 plays in and it's still down, then I know probably something's wrong. But if it's like a couple hundred plays, then I'm like, whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a good point, because I think the natural tendency is to be a little bit more, gun shy, and your volume almost decreases when you're in these ruts. But
it's funny you say that, Brayton, because I remember you reaching out the other night and be like, dude, I am getting walloped today. Keep frying away, right, brother? And you just
right. And so like the natural tendency is to kind of like pull back. But I think like what Chap said, just almost increase the volume and try to get rid of some of that variance.
Yeah, I think that's why understanding like just the math behind it is so big, because if you don't really understand why it actually works in the long run, then you're having some bad weeks, you're just going to give up on it. So you got to make sure you understand why it actually works and the math behind it.
Right. If you're taking good bets, take more of them.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. That's why. Like I was talking to somebody else. Like I didn't drop my unit, even being down like 60 units at one point this month, but that I'm not at 1% mostly because of limits, and because like the last month I've been getting down sometimes 200 plus plays a day, and so if I was at 1%, I wouldn't be able to.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I put in like almost 15,000 bets since April, and I'm at like almost 2% ROI, and that's at a lower point, but I'd say it's solid, because I take a ton of plays that are like 1% EV, Obviously I aim for higher, but sometimes if it's nice, I just take it.
Yeah. I honestly love the low EV plays that are just moving in the right direction, because I feel like there's not too many people that are hopping on them probably within other communities, because they're not seeing, we have the line charts. So a lot of people aren't going to play 1% EV plays if they don't know like where the line's going. But I think this last bet that we just pulled up wasn't even like that big of an EV play, but I love it. Yeah. Right. I mean, right here, this is the one we just took. We were talking about a 1% EV play. If this chart was not there and I was looking at this play, I probably would not touch it, because it's just a small edge, and I don't know where the line's going. But seeing this chart makes me want to slam this more than a play that is like flat with 3% EV.
Something else, I don't know if it's a good strategy, but something else I did during MLB was the last time I had like a 6-week stretch that I was like down. I started playing everything quarter Kelly. It was basically the same thing I'm doing now, because I didn't have the bankroll I had, but I started playing everything quarter Kelly and like just turned up the volume, and I ended up, just like getting through the variance. So it's basically the same thing as like not having a 1% bankroll, I guess.
Yeah. And you did that for a bit with football, I think, right? Where you were just kind of taking everything you saw at quarter Kelly.
Yeah.
Were you even like, I remember in the early stages, were you pretty much just ignoring the charts too? I think you were just smashing everything.
I mean, when I started, I definitely took a lot of bad plays, like, cause I was down for like the first month when I joined, and then but I didn't know what I was doing. I just learned how to do EV betting. So I was just like, I tend to like be in a hurry.
Is like, another really good point right there is, while the tools that we have in SharpMoney are designed to find value, like not every play is worth taking. Like not every ping from the bot is worth just unloading half Kelly on or even quarter Kelly on. Is there probably a small amount of value in just about every ping? Yes, but not to the point where, like, if you want consistent growth at the rate that we want, kind of picking people's brains in the Discord and figuring out like what is going to have a big edge and what is worth really getting down on is a huge part of being a positive EV bettor and a successful EV bettor.
I got Mathwin's daily double pulled up here. I'm about to go add this one for the slip.
Oh, I hit it earlier.
Yeah,
have we gained anything on it?
That's my first play of the day every day.
You load up Mathwin's page and fire.
Yeah. I got it for 202 plus 202.
This already start? No. Utah State.
It's noon kickoff for the Utah State game or the SMU game. Maybe both. I don't know.
No, man. I was looking at the wrong thing.
You were looking at Utah?
Yeah.
That's what I did at first.
So
yeah, it looks like it's gained a little bit of value. Best odds in the market right now are plus 189.
Nice.
So I'm going SMU.
Yeah, it looks like SMU kicks off at noon and Utah State kicks off at 3:30.
Oh, the SMU got bumped to minus 115. So you had a really good price there.
Looks like.
Nice.
Yeah, so there's probably no value left right now. It builds to 184 now.
Oh yeah, that's right.
184.
You built it to 198, so that was good.
I can't play Virginia, so I forgot I didn't do
that. Yeah.
Oh, you can't. Virginia doesn't let you play college sports in your own state?
Yeah, no.
Gotcha. It's so weird how different states are all different.
Yeah, we can in Massachusetts we can bet college, but we can't bet Massachusetts college teams. We also can't bet college player props, so it's not too bad. But then you got books like Fliff that you can still hit them on. So not too much getting pinged on the bot right now. It was going crazy this morning.
Yeah, it was.
How Jeff, how's Fliff been going for you? I know you just kind of started using them.
This month, up 9 units on Fliff.
Oh damn!
So that's been part of my resurgence. Last night was not good though. I was down 4 units on Fliff last night though.
I think I need to get more money in there.
A lot of NBA player props there.
Yeah, the player props are
And
crazy.
then a lot of good live lines on Fliff too.
Oh, you're hitting them live.
Not player props, but
Yeah,
I will play Fliff live. Yeah. I've only got 30 plays. This is kind of crazy. Hitting Fliff live, I've only got 30 bets, but I'm up 6 units. Almost
Nice.
a 50% ROI on their live lines. Sometimes they just have some egregious outliers. But so it's been good.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, I'm looking at mine right now. I've placed just this month. I've got a 3.4% ROI on Fliff on like 250 bets.
So I'm not gonna lie, a lot of my non-live Fliff volume comes from NBA player props from Sigma.
Yeah,
a lot of times, so I can get just as good a lines or sometimes better prices than Sigma or what Sigma calls out for his player props, which is nice because I have a hard time getting down on player props anywhere but FanDuel, and I can get down on Fliff.
I pretty much only scan player props for FanDuel and Fliff. Also, this is I didn't realize I was actually down on Fliff here. CLV is pretty crazy though, almost 10%. So I think that'll turn around. All-time Fliff though. Look at this all-time. Actually, that's wild.
A 10%.
Yeah, 10% over 2,000 bets.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a smooth growth right there.
Yeah, it looks like I've made more in NFL than MLB now.
Nice.
Oh, this is you guys see the boot camp in chat driving a semi, so he just hits books as he goes through different states. I love that. There you go.
Just
love that for sure.
Load up on promos.
Yeah, we see all those trucks pulled over on the highway. It's just guys slamming bets out of the state.
Yeah, if you see a semi just with its hazards on the side, it's boot camp hitting bets before he fires it back up and continues into a non-legal state.
That's actually genius.
I did that when I road tripped this summer over here, and I was like hitting all these different books in different states. Like I'd hit like 4 books a day, and some books are like, it's weird. They're like different, like I noticed this earlier this week. I was in DC. I got on MGM, and it's like, I wasn't promo banned, and I've been banned on MGM every other state for like 2 months, several months.
That's
and they like, yeah.
Yeah, I think Caesars might be the same, or I think they might have just changed
Caesars
it.
is. Yeah.
Yeah, they might have just changed it, but you would have to have.
I'm pretty sure they did just change it.
Account, a Caesars New York account, like whatever it was.
So
go ahead, Chip.
You were talking about NHL. I'm looking at. I finally got my Pickett pulled up on my computer. Just this month, I have a 10% ROI on NHL bets.
Wow. Really? Yeah. Look at this guy.
That's like almost 400 bets. $1,700.
Wow.
Again, I think that's a volume thing because like I only have like 60 bets, and I'm, like I said, 11 and 40, or 51 bets and 11 and 40. So
I don't know how I got so many bets.
Where are you? Which book you finding them on? Because I'm pretty much only hitting FanDuel. I feel like on this.
It looks like FanDuel is the majority. Like there's FanDuel, then DraftKings, and then like when I get Caesars MGM, it's like 20 plays.
Yeah. All right,
actually, DraftKings is only like 25 plays too, so it's really just mostly FanDuel.
He's just putting in the work.
Yeah, that gives me confidence to keep hitting them.
He's just putting in the work, and we're not.
Yeah, my CLV is 2.8%.
Yeah,
according to this. So,
is that with the no vig odds, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's great. Here's a play that just pinged on FanDuel. I already took this one. I think I took them at +5.5. Charlotte Hornets. I should need to share this tab. Hold on. This one pinged on FanDuel here. Bucks versus Hornets. First half, Charlotte +4.5 at -108. Looks like FanDuel was moving down. They randomly bumped back up to -108 some reason. I expect them to continue down towards this pinnacle line. They're at -120 right now.
I have the full game spread on them, 9.5.
Yeah, nice. Here's another one, Jazz. Jazz first half point spread that's 5.5, -110, and Pinnacle's at -123. Not crazy movement here, anything like that. Pinnacle's kind of flat. It's a small EV play, but I don't know. The spreads market has been so good for me, and I've kind of just been taking a lot of these plays. So I'm going to hit this one. But this was a questionable one where Jeff might hold off on it, honestly.
Yeah, I wouldn't jump on this right now, but
yeah, it's
you're having
it's
and the only reason is like, and the only reason is like if that chart were to post an hour before game time, I'd be much more interested. But NBA is just like, there's a lot of what seems to be like movement in the market trying to set up like a fake, like going the other way. Like there's just so many fluctuations. Like this early in the day, I'm looking for that big run one way versus kind of a market where I'm not really sure where it's going to go.
Yeah.
And I'll give a little shout out to Greek. I saw his month posted today, and he's up like $7,000. So I sent him a message. I was like,
saw that.
What are you doing? And he said he's been smashing NBA plays an hour before game time.
So yeah, the other thing I do too is like this play I put $150 on, which is probably a little less than a unit for me. But if I saw the same play before game time, I would probably be going like 250, 300. Mm-hmm. So that's another thing too, is like I'll sprinkle on it early in the day, but the right before game time pings are so good. So what about, I'm curious if Chap would take something like this. I don't know if you can see the screen here, but like Pinnacle's just been flat and FanDuel is just moving up.
I don't know. Probably, maybe not.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just curious.
Just because it's like it's so small, but
yeah, it's so small and FanDuel's kind of pricing themselves out. I don't love when a retail. The one thing I don't really care about the retail book movement too much, but I don't really like when they price themselves like as an EV play when the market's not even moving.
Especially FanDuel.
Yeah, I was gonna say
FanDuel's the one FanDuel, be careful of.
FanDuel's the one that makes me pause the most.
Yeah, if I see like Bally Bet do it, I'm not really worried about it.
Right.
There's a team total.
Yeah, I just hit that one. I think, and it's over a 3% edge, and I can't get much down on DraftKings. I got maybe $40 on this, but I do like the huge edges.
Yeah, same. Basically, just gives you a little room for the market to move against you, and obviously you still have
exactly
the market gaining.
It gives you room for error.
I got $77 on it.
They let me get down like 120.
Nice. So yeah, we're missing.
I'm excited for this. I'm excited for this Georgia game to start.
Yeah.
Little Jay's Place 3-unit call out.
Max.
Yeah, I don't. You guys didn't tell anybody yet because we were talking about that one before going live. You guys both, Math called that out, and then I was like, "Oh, Jay just posted it too for a 3-unit play."
Yeah,
Jay, if you're watching, which I hope you are, we hit it first, just so you know.
Yeah. Right before we started the stream, we were talking about it.
So I want credit in your call out to myself, Dime, Chap, Brayton.
Yeah, I think we all
I was able to get 200 on that Rockets play.
So here's the crazy thing. I want to know what the hell's going on with FanDuel limits, because for that Georgia total, I could get almost 12 units down on, which is a little over $4,000. Like, why the hell can I get almost $5,000 down on that play?
No, Jay is in here.
Oh no, I guess right before it started. It's just right before game time, and it's one of them was a ranked team. I mean, I don't know.
But it's a college game. Like, I don't know.
Was it at 11? Yeah.
It was an hour ago. It was like an hour before tip, but
maybe a standalone game where they were confident in it. I don't know.
With a total.
Like,
I don't know. Hey, Jay, if I lose 3 units on that play, I'm coming for you, buddy.
Yep.
Where's he? He's in here. Love that. Credit the stream team. I didn't realize Jay was in here.
Me either.
Oh, in the chat. I wasn't sure if you're.
Yeah, he's in chat.
Oh, you meant he was on stream.
No. He's probably fixing his house right now.
Seen a ghost. Here's another one on. That popped up on FanDuel. This is what I'm not touching. I would play this probably if we were an hour or two away from the game. But first quarter total, really small, inefficient market. Only a 1% edge. FanDuel's kind of moving up. Pinnacle's even been moving up. This is one that I wouldn't be touching.
Yeah, that's one of the markets that I did start laying off of because I noticed after like in this downswing, I was taking them earlier and yeah, I was down big on them, but taking them in like an hour or two or like right before the game, sometimes you see them crash. They have actually been good.
Yeah, that's what I've been hitting too. I think it's kind of like the limits are, I think on first quarter totals, they're probably only like $1,000 or $2,000 limits. So I think the markets move pretty easily. So even like right before game time, they can still kind of get smoked with not too much money going into them. But this one's an interesting one too. Probably one I'm going to hold off of. But we have the Jazz and the Knicks over 231.5 minus 114. It's been kind of steaming downwards. FanDuel and Pinnacle kind of just hop back upwards, but it's literally a 1% edge, and this market doesn't really look like it's going one way, so probably not going to take this one down.
Y'all saw the T Falco comment?
No, I say.
He said, "We called it first, but if I lose 3 units, I'm coming for you."
Yeah.
Well, isn't that how it works?
We'll take the good.
I didn't publicly call it.
Yeah.
If it loses, I'm coming for Jay. If it wins, I want credit for calling it first. Makes sense to me.
Yep. What do we have for NBA today? Is there a bunch of games too?
Yeah, starting at 5 till through the rest of the day. There's a lot of NBA on. So I imagine we'll get a Sigma drop, probably 3-ish maybe. Yep. I haven't seen him post anything, but
yeah, he usually gives us a heads up when it's coming.
Yeah, 7 games.
Sweet. Bally. You haven't seen any college pings there, huh, Jeff? You haven't called any out, have you?
It's been a little slow. I'm trying to pull up might have a play on Fliff, but I want to make sure the odds are right before I call it out.
Mm-mm.
Any of you guys use Rebet?
I don't.
I threw like a couple $100 in there and then I lost it. And I don't know. They moved their line so quick. And I've heard people like they'll just refund the bet if you get like too much value on it. It's still like dumb stuff like that. So I haven't really used it, but crazy value right here.
I've pretty much been ignoring it. I tried to get one this morning and it was like, it like blocked me wouldn't let me even get like $20 on it. So I was
really, yeah, Rebet seems like they're.
You could try emailing them. So when I was on it, I emailed them about how I couldn't bet anything, and they told me they removed my limits. And I want to say Devin or someone did the same, and they told him they removed his limits. So you could try.
That's interesting.
Yeah, and then I got kicked off because it's not legal in Louisiana. But
you could probably do that little VPN trick with Rebet too, I'm assuming, but
yeah, I didn't like it nearly as much. Fliff,
me either.
Way better.
I downloaded that first, and I think Fliff has just been established for. They were like one of the first books to do that like sweepstakes thing, and so I think they kind of established themselves as the go-to book there.
Here's a nice one. Delaware State Canby book +9 at -113 is really good.
I was looking at that as well. What it shows I had Bookmaker at 7.5 and Circa at 7.
Looks like it moved. It's sitting at 7.5 now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just moved.
Fliff has it at 8.5.
For the Delaware State.
Yep.
So Fliff is a good play for it.
Yeah,
What's the price on it though? What's the price?
Minus
because
120. Minus 120.
At 8.5.
Yeah.
I'd hold off on that, Brayton. You're talking about, I mean, minus 120 doesn't even get you back to even money moving a point.
Yeah, with Circa.
So you're actually probably, yeah. Well, Circa's 7.5. Hold on, my odds screen just went off. Well, bookmaker 7.5 minus 110, so you don't have value to bookmaker. Circa's 7/110, so you'd have about 7 cents of value to Circa. So it depends. Like me personally, I'm only playing college plays if it has value to both bookmaker and Circa.
Right.
So in that case, you've got value to Circa, but not bookmaker. You're losing 2 cents to bookmaker, and you're gaining 7 cents to Circa.
Pistons getting a little bit more steam here. Pistons plus 7.5, plus 135. I took this one earlier. Full game point spread. So I kind of like it. And it just got priced down. It's only like 6 cents down, but see, Chap just took it.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Ladies on it.
You don't got to pull my leg too hard, you know?
Yeah, I know. Takes every bone in your body to pass up a bot ping.
Shit, I'll do it. Dude.
Shit. Yeah, the pings have been kind of slow. Do you guys this was recommended by Evie Adam to me a little while ago, but the Circles Off podcast, do you guys listen to that at all?
Yeah, all the time.
I just got into it. That's kind of the reason I wanted to join back into on Twitter, because they talk about the Twitter drama a lot. But I was like,
yeah, on Tuesdays it is a good podcast. I like listening to them a lot.
That's like real sports betting content right there. It's good stuff. I only have it's like 10-minute commute to work. So like literally takes me like a whole week to get through like an hour-long podcast, but the cookie from my YouTube, any chance that I can join you guys? Looks interesting. If someone could share the link to the Discord. Also asked, would you place LeBron making a 3? So we're just looking at prices. We're not putting our opinions in there, and there definitely isn't an EV play right now on LeBron hitting a 3 tonight. BK Canada,
what's that on the over for temper tantrums from LeBron tonight? I'd take the over on that though.
Yeah, that's positive EV. BK Canada asked what the podcast was called. It's called Circles Off. It's actually sponsored by Pinnacle Sportsbook.
Mm-hmm. Those guys are actually Canadian too.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Because Pinnacle is it a Canadian book? I think it is actually. A couple things on FanDuel. Trailblazers first half point spreads. I think I'm already on these guys. You could take this one. Don't hate it. Don't love it, but it's also nice too when there's so many sports going on at once. Like you don't feel like you have to take everything, because when it was like when it was like the MLB going on and there's like, all right, there's 5 games today, I have to hit, like, even if I think it's slightly good, I'm taking it because I'm only going to have 10 bets out tonight. Now it's like I'm going to have 100 plays so I can be selective.
That almost felt easier to me because I just took everything.
Didn't think about it. How did you guys all end up for MLB?
I ended up pretty good.
Yeah,
Mine wasn't great. I hit a downturn at the end of the season with a much higher unit size. But
yeah, you and Jeff both actually, I think, like handed back all the profits at the
Yeah.
end of the year, didn't you? Yeah.
3 units.
On MLB?
Yeah.
Spent the whole summer
I was up-
grinding 3 units.
God, the beginning of August, the first week of August, I was up 30 units and gave 27 back the last month and a half of the season.
Damn.
Yeah, I had almost 5,000 bets and 3.3% ROI.
Damn, that's crazy good.
So
This is
shit,
good chart.
the end of MLB kind of pulled me back. So I ended up with 16 units.
Not bad.
towards the end, I know early on, I remember the prop bot for MLB was like, it was pretty rough, but towards the end, it was just like nonstop. All those pitcher props, if you could catch them, they were so good.
Yeah, I feel like when you're top down, the only thing you can really focus on is pitcher props and pitcher outs because the batter stuff is so unpredictable. I don't even know how to go about that. But we pretty much pulled most of the batters props off of the bot and just started feeding pitcher props, and they were pretty damn good.
Yeah,
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Baseball prop bot, I had a 10% ROI over the season. So.
Damn, that's crazy good.
I see Jay ended the MLB with a 6% ROI.
Jay did.
Yeah.
Yeah, this
Mine was like 1.4%, I think, for me. So
yeah,
6% is incredible.
2.75% ROI over 3,000 bets, 6K profit. I was probably, I mean, I can see how much I was actually betting. I was only betting 100, 120, 150 bucks a play. So it's quite a bit. It's probably like 45 units or something like that, just with that unit size. I got to sync up my picket right now and see how many plays I got out today.
Jay called one out on Picket or on Discord.
He just called one out.
Lamar plus 2.5 on FanDuel.
Eastern Washington +8 at -107 is good on Canby books too.
Lamar plus 2.5
for 110, -110.
Did he mention Circa Bookmaker on that one?
He didn't mention specifically. He just said
Yeah,
small
I think he
edge.
usually does like a Pinnacle Bookmaker. D-Vig, it's been doing all right. All right.
Small edge. He went 6.
The Eastern Washington play's got a pretty big edge. Canby sitting at +8.5, 114, and Circa's at +7, 110, which is giving you about 13 cents of value to Circa, and Bookmakers at +6 but +105. So like you're getting really good value to both. Shit, the line just moved to -157. Holy shit.
So it's dead now?
On the +6?
Oh yeah.
No.
Oh yeah. No. I got it at +8.5. It just moved to +6. The +8.5 is now -157.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing.
We called it out at -114.
Damn.
Or tried to.
Yeah, I mean, it was alive for a second.
I only got one. That's something that I would ladder all the way down to 6, and I only got the +8.5 ladder or rung.
What do you guys been taking as far as like any of these like college ones, like close to the game time when they don't have like a sharp, if there's like maybe Pinnacles on there and a couple other like retail books?
Like kind of the play I'm looking at right now you're talking about?
Yeah.
So I've been hitting these on every book besides FanDuel, basically. Honestly, I haven't been tagging them, but I feel like it's pretty good. Here's one that I'll point out before I get into it, but Magic versus Pistons just got smoked towards the under. This play's probably dead. Under 209.5 -125.
Yeah, ESPN dies fast.
Yeah, I'm gonna try getting on this one, but that one just got tanked. I think that was like 20 cents. Under 209 minus 125. It's minus 135 now. Yeah, it's gone. But yeah, I've been taking like the market average plays. Like I've been taking them on Fliff. Like if I see FanDuel and DraftKings priced somewhere, I don't know, maybe there's a play to show. I mean, this one's, yeah, I would probably take this one right here. Fliff is at 130. We see FanDuel at 116, DraftKings at 117, MGM at plus 110. So I mean, Fliff is kind of just, I mean, I want to see a sharp, but when it has 5% EV to 3 okay retail books, then I'm assuming Fliff is probably way the hell off.
So in that Lamar game, I just screwed up and took Alabama State minus 2.5. What the hell was that?
Did you get a full cash out?
No cash out.
Brayton, remember last Saturday when we were streaming and we called out a basketball play, or somebody like the bot pinged a basketball play or something, and I was doing the math going the wrong way.
Right.
I hit that play and it won.
Yeah.
And I mathed the wrong way.
Well,
So-
I hope I'm wrong and everybody's right because Jay called it out. But I'm on the other side, I guess.
That one's dead. You're looking at on Fliff. I just checked.
All right, I couldn't even find it.
It's at 115 now.
All right, so yeah, like those are like the plays that I would. I mean, it just goes to show you we flagged this at 140, and now it's 114. So there's value to be found. I don't love playing like when I just don't love playing against FanDuel to the market average because I'm kind of assuming that FanDuel is smarter than DraftKings and ESPN just because they're kind of harder to beat. So this is one that I wouldn't touch probably. Ole Miss minus 19.5, 172. I mean, definitely a good, probably the best price you're going to find out there in the market, but still nothing I'm comfortable with. That Georgia Marquette game, no one wants to score, I don't think.
Oh, good. I didn't even check the score.
No, we have the over, unless I fucked that one up.
No, I didn't. I haven't looked at what the score is.
It's low. It's 8-8.
Oh,
No.
I didn't have the over. I had Georgia plus 7.
That's
The
the one
over
that
is
Jake
what
called out
we-
for 3 units, right?
Yeah, that's all right. There's time.
Oh, yeah, there's plenty of time. The last 2 minutes of college basketball or basketball in general is so frustrating. You can
What
either
did we
put
have?
up
That we had over 130 something? Or over
151.
51. Okay. That's all right. Basketball can get hot quick. Well, I was telling you the other day, Robbie, I had an under in a college basketball game, and they scored 25 points in the last 90 seconds. I was like,
You
dude,
lost it, yeah.
I must have
and I
had that
lost
too.
by 2 points.
I had
It's
one
like, what
that
the hell
was
is
like
going on?
I checked Pickett. The circle was almost completely closed green, and I was like, "Oh, sweet." Came back a little bit later, and I saw my projected profit was way down. I was like, "What the hell happened?" It was something like that. They scored like ridiculous amount of
Yeah,
points.
they
at the
either
end.
just foul each other every 1 second and you just put up a billion points at the end, or both teams are just fine dribbling out the clock.
Mhm.
It's a close game and just taking the last shot. So you either get like 30 points in the last 2 minutes or you get like 4. Someone asked, Ben Jam asked what the white line means when it's the only line that shows up. Basically, if you're just seeing the white line, which happens a couple times, I don't know if I can find one. It basically just means that we're not picking up the historical odds of a sharp book. But if you look at the knives, it shows you how many knives were used in the DVIG. So this is actually kind of an example right here where we're only seeing Pinnacle, the pink line, but there's actually 2 sharp books priced into this. I'm not sure if it just disappeared, but if it's Bookmaker or Circa, but there is 2 sharp books there. So if you see one that's just a white line, it's not to a retail, it's not just to a market average, it is most likely to a sharp book. So this one is just to retail books, which are listed at the bottom, and there's no knife here. So that tells you it's market average. But if you see a knife, then let's see if one pops up with a knife. So perfect. This is the example we're looking for right now. There's one sharp book used in this DVIG, and we do label it down here, minus 112. So it's bookmaker. We just had trouble pulling the historical data to chart the graph. So white line is always the retail book, and the knife just shows you how many sharp books are used in a DVIG. And sometimes we're able to actually display the price down there with the sharp book.
So update on Sigma's props for NBA. Shipping between 3:15 and 3:30 Central today.
Sweet. Yeah, if you don't know what Sigma is, he's a part of the SharpMoney Discord now, and he is the only handicapper that I trust to tail. So we brought him in, real smart guy. All his plays basically gain CLV. So that's kind of our whole the whole premise of what we do is getting closing line value. So basically he's originating and modeling his own lines and finding value himself instead of watching like market trends to determine value like we do. So he's finding his own plays and gaining value. So he's a great asset for our team for sure. Bootcamp asked the more knives, the better. Definitely. If you can find a play with value that has bookmaker, circa, and pinnacle all in the DVIG process, then you can definitely trust it. That's kind of when you might want to size up a little bit too. If you see, it's a good DVIG to a bunch of sharp books, then you'd hit it for more.
Whoa.
A lot of market average coming in. This one's a little weird. Florida versus Ole Miss under 57.5. ESPN kind of spiked up. But yeah, ESPN is at plus 100. FanDuel's at minus 122. DraftKings minus 126. MGM minus 125. Might see if this one's alive. Nope, that one's gone too. So they must have just spiked up and came right back down. Here's a really good play.
Oh, yeah, I was about to say it.
Yeah, Syracuse versus Connecticut. Connecticut plus 10 for even money. Bookmaker and Circa just opened up at like minus 115. Connecticut is minus 105 now. So that one's gone too, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Those are dying quick. Here's a one on FanDuel. Connecticut plus 6.5 first half point spread. Good value to bookmaker and pinnacle.
Same game too.
Yeah, that one's still there. Connecticut plus 6.5 for plus 100.
First half.
First half. Only 1% edge, but 2 DVIG books, pinnacle, and bookmaker and Circa. So I like that one. Circa's at minus 110, which means basically this is a coin flip. So it's the fair value for Circa is going to be priced at plus 100, but where we're really getting the small edge is with the bookmaker odds factored in because they're at minus 115. I'm assuming the other side of the line is like minus 105 or something. So good value there. They're favoring Connecticut plus 6.5.
This same one just pinged on ESPN for 105.
Oh, so even better. So take it on ESPN if you can get it. Let's see.
Yeah, if it's there, first half. No, it's not. It's dead.
ESPN's moving quick.
Oh, shit. You got to take a play and it tells you to reload balance. That's.
I hate that. And then by the time you do, it's gone.
Yeah,
if you got Canby books, Delaware State under 141, minus 110 is a good play for college hoops. Just kidding. It's so far gone now. It just jumped to minus 167. I didn't even get that one in. Good call.
Do you college basketball just moves so fast, honestly.
I'm usually able to get on the Canby books, but not on that one.
It's usually just slow, but
Jesus, it jumped so far. The over is now good. Over 138. It went the wrong way, or just so far the other way that now the over has value. Over 138 minus 107 has value. If you're looking for a play. They must have been, Canby must have just gotten slammed, so they jumped so far the other way.
Yeah, they just over
Would have been nice to get a nice little middle right there.
Here's a NBA prop. Lakers Nuggets, Christian Braun over 4.5 rebounds. We just see FanDuel kind of just tank down to minus 113 there. Bet online 102, Caesars 100. I haven't tried hitting a ESPN prop for NBA in so long. I think I was at $10 max bet. So I'll try.
That's what I'm at too. I only take those ones on Fanatics just so I can get the credit to get like
exactly right.
Fanatics dollars or whatever.
Yeah, it's nice. It's still there. Let's see. Let's see how much they let me play. $10. All right. Flip ping. Yeah. So here's one I would take.
I'm about to take that right now. Yeah.
This one on Fluff. Yeah, I took Ole Miss minus 18.5 earlier at like 170 because I saw the same thing happening. FanDuel has moved from plus 155 down to plus 137 or whatever they're sitting at. Fluff is just sitting there at 150, and DraftKings and ESPN Bet are both at 125 range. So, ton of value, honestly. On Fliff, Ole Miss minus 17.5, plus 150. Is the first quarter total. Probably waiting on this one too. FanDuel kind of moving up. Pinnacle's moving down a little bit, but it's not really that big of a drop. It's only like a 5-cent drop, and it's a first quarter total market, so it doesn't take too much money to move these lines. So something I would just wait on.
Northern Colorado over for college hoops on Canby, 158.5 minus 110 is good. Bookmakers sitting a point higher at minus 110. Circa sitting 2 points or 1.5 higher, minus 110. So you're getting about 2 cents of value to bookmaker and about 8 cents of value to Circa.
Nice. Who's Michigan playing today, Jeff?
I'm an Indiana fan today.
Yeah, how's that? Where are they like on the borderline of making the playoffs?
Well, no, they just play Ohio State today.
Oh, nice.
So, I honestly don't know who Michigan plays.
I think I saw Michigan
sad, but
minus 525, so they're probably playing some random ass team.
I saw y'all getting that quarterback though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean it only cost us $10.5 million.
Right?
It's just money.
It's just money.
Ain't coming out of your pocket.
Fair.
There's no like cap to these schools like spending on players, right?
So they actually just came out the other day and put a cap on. They came out and said that schools can now give players money. So the actual schools can pay the players, not just name, image, and likeness. And there's a cap on what the schools can pay, but there's no cap to what a player can make in NIL on top of what the school pays them. So like, it's going to get crazy, dude. It's going to get to the point where these college kids are making more than either they're going to be making more than NFL rookies, or the NFL Players Association is just going to hold out and be like, we need to be paid more because these college kids are making more.
I was about to say fucking like you're gonna have like Joe Flacco going back to play some college football to make some money.
Well, it's going to get to the point where these college kids don't go pro because they can make more money.
Yeah, they're going to
playing
stay
in
there
college
for
than
6
they.
years.
Yeah. So I guess it's like it's going to be nice because the college product is going to be better because you're going to have kids staying. But at the same
You like
time,
that
it's like,
MGM play?
Let me scroll up.
So this is like one of those, like FanDuel dipped a little, Pinnacle dropped, it looks like.
Yep. I would hit this one. Even DraftKings dropped. I think the chart's just delayed. It's showing them at like -110, but they're actually -125. So this one's really good on MGM. The market's moving down. Maryland versus Iowa, under 41.5, -110. What's your limit on this one, chap?
I don't know. They let me get a unit and a half down.
So even really, besides just on props, you're kind of limited, or?
Yeah, so actually, I feel like MGM almost like they didn't reverse my limits, but like a lot of the Sigma props I find on there, I can get down like $100.
Really? Yeah, milk that while you can, because once they get you on props, I mean, we're talking like $2 max bets.
Any of the combo props, I can't get down anything on MGM, but just points, rebounds, assists by itself, I can get down full units.
Yeah, it's pretty good. MGM is still pretty good for like NBA. I know me and Jeff talked about it too, but useless to bet props. But like MGM totals, and we can also ladder a lot with them. Typically, you can still get like, unlike their main lines, and it's $108 every time. I don't know why, but they let me do 108, and then like alt lines, I can usually get like $50 to $70 down. And MGM shows a lot of ladders too, so we're able to hit those pretty hard. I hate that DraftKings doesn't let you ladder. If you're limited, if you bet one bet on the game, it will not let you do like anything correlated. It's so annoying.
Yeah, Let's Go Blue just said Dickinson's doing that at Kansas. It's so true. And the thing about basketball too is you're going to see a lot of fringy players stay in college for NIL money, because like Hunter Dickinson, just because of his game, is not going to be a long-term NBA player. Like, he'll go make a shit ton of money overseas, but I would be shocked if he is on an NBA roster 2 years after he graduates from college. He just doesn't fit the play style in the NBA. So you're going to see guys like him just stay in college and make millions playing at a Kansas, at a Duke, at a, those blue bloods, versus going into the league.
Yep. Jeff has all of our college football knowledge. I don't think any of us provide anything else here.
Maybe Chaps, but I know I'm not.
No.
How much? I think we've all kind of shared it. Is Chap? How much? Like, what do you actually watch for sports?
Pretty much just football. Is all.
Yeah.
Lions.
Sometimes I watch Michigan State. Go Green.
Yeah. That's kind of where I'm at too. I'm like basically just focusing on watching NFL games, and that's it. But you don't need to know about sports to make money.
Detroit versus Wake Forest over 142 -113 on Canby Books is good for college hoops.
Here's some pings.
I'm trying to get like a FanDuel play here that I can shout out, but there hasn't been anything good.
Canby only right now. Another play I would avoid. This is a hockey total.
Yeah.
Pinnacle is moving upwards. FanDuel is moving upwards. Definitely don't want to touch it. This one looks like it's moving in our favor even more. This is one we hit earlier. Hornets plus 9.5, -140, still showing value. I think we got it like -135, but market's trending down. So if you haven't hit this one yet, I would take it. Hornets plus 9.5.
There's that DK ping for like a team total that it's 30 minutes to game time. They got or FanDuel. Sorry.
Oh, I'm like, what are we talking about?
Yeah, I'm looking at it. It's DK and Pinnacle line.
Yeah, they are moving down. You know what? It's
a small edge.
I might just throw like $50 on it.
Mm-hmm.
I think it probably has a little value. I just don't know how much.
That's what I'm doing. I'm gonna do about 50 on it. Oh no, I won't. I forgot. I have to reload that balance. Shit.
The most annoying balance to have to put into is 100% flip, and it's not even close.
Well, the good thing is you only have to do it once, and then it scales up like 100x. So
it's fair.
How much can you deposit as much as you want? You just have to do it at $100 at a time, or how does that actually work?
So you can only deposit 10 times before they make you play through whatever the bonus playthrough is, and then you can deposit more.
Yeah.
Presbyterian and Monmouth under 140 minus 109 on Canvas is good.
Canvas just
that game starts here in 25 minutes. You can't get much down though. It doesn't have very many lines. Yeah, you can't. It's just a super small scale game. 2 nobody schools, but you're getting 3 and 3.5 cents of value to the big dogs, or 3 and 3.5 points worth of value. Now, Chap, are you on Parks or are you on Rivers?
Rivers. I have Rivers and Valley. So if they let me get a decent amount, sometimes I could hit Valley and Rivers for the same. But
gotcha. Yeah, see, I have Rivers and Parks, and I don't even use Rivers because of the limits.
Give a quick shout out.
Real quick, Vermont minus 5.5 on FanDuel is really good. Minus 5.5, 115. If you can get it. Game starts in 25 minutes, and it's got huge value to bookmaker and Circa.
It's dead.
Oh, just fucking died.
I had to log back in, so I didn't even get it.
Yeah, no, I was speedy on that one. Literally clicked it, and I was gone.
Yeah. Well done, sir.
I'm gonna share. Actually, I'm gonna share a link in the chat, and that is to the Bet SharpMoney Twitter account. We have Brayton's been running it for a while, but we brought in one of my good friends, Marco, who is kind of running that page with Brayton now, and he's sharing a lot of good sports betting content. So definitely give it a follow if you guys aren't yet. We're definitely trying to be more active there. I know Brayton is happy to have some help now.
Yeah, someone that better than me. Let's just say that.
Well, he loves the Twitterverse, and he loves actually watching the sports. But you obviously have a way better understanding of the positive EV side of it. So I think it'll be
another college hoops on FanDuel. St. Francis, Pennsylvania, plus 21.5, minus 110. They're playing Georgetown. Good, really good to both bookmaker and Circa. You're getting a point to bookmaker, and you're getting 1.5 to Circa. St. Francis, Pennsylvania, plus 21.5. Playing Georgetown, minus 110.
Got it. It's scary when you've never heard of the school that you're betting on. St. Francis. Yeah. So St. Francis plus 21.5 on FanDuel. Let's sit here and wait until let's see the screen move. What was bookmaker Circa?
I already moved to it. They were 20.5 at bookmaker and 20 at Circa.
Nice, I like that.
So you're getting 1.5 to Circa and a point to bookmaker. Essentially, from a value perspective, you're getting 8 cents to bookmaker and 17 cents to Circa.
Yeah, it's a great play. FanDuel's letting this one hang a bit.
Yeah, Georgia update. Live totals at 147.
We're creeping.
So
back.
we're only 4 points off. There's 5 minutes left in the first half. for that.
Georgia down 6. I think we had some spreads at Georgia plus 6.5, plus 7.5.
Yeah, I got the 7.
What's your taste like for a huge underdog?
Like a money line?
I'm not going to play this one. I'll talk about it. But Maryland Eastern Shore is playing Illinois at 4:00. You can get plus 36.5, minus 104 on FanDuel. You're only getting half a point to bookmaker, but you're getting a 1.5 to Circa. Value to both because it's a minus 104. I might play this for a quarter unit just to have some fun. Actually, Circa just moved the other way. Circa just went from 35 to 35.5. So I may hold off on this one. But the other thing with super big spreads like this is a point isn't worth as much in a 36-point spread as it is in like a 6-point spread. So just for those of you that are out there trying to do some value calculations per point in your head, the larger the spread, the less a point is worth.
Yep. Same goes with totals, especially for football. If there's like a 38 total that's set at 38 and you're getting an extra point, then that means a lot more than a total at 51 where you're getting an extra point.
And calculating points in basketball and football are just two different beasts.
Yeah, they're completely
nothing similar at all about them.
I think we might have hit this already. I might end up double dipping here. Rockets versus Trailblazers over 226.5 minus 120 on FanDuel. A lot of action towards the over here.
Another college hoops spread on FanDuel. Marshall plus 21.5 playing. I think I called this one out on Canby earlier, but they're playing Purdue plus 21.5 has good value. Minus 105.
Nice, got that. So this play is still here. This is a nice one. Rockets Trailblazers over 226.5 minus 120 on FanDuel. Pinnacle was at like minus 108 and have been priced down to minus 138. So you got that's a 30-cent movement right there. That's one that would definitely be hitting pretty hard.
I feel like I was on this one earlier.
Yeah, I think I doubled
this earlier. Yeah,
but
that's okay. Because I think I got it for like minus 124 earlier, and then FanDuel jumped a little bit, maybe. I don't know.
It just definitely caught a ton of steam.
Now. It was over 225 is what pinged earlier.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's good then if the total's moving up.
Me. Have either of you guys played this Colts? It looks like there's only a couple people on here, but this one's been sitting all
You're
week.
still showing your FanDuel.
Oh, my bad. This Colts line plus 3.5 plus 178. This thing's been sitting here all week.
All week.
Yeah. Wonder what the other retail books are at. I haven't touched it yet. Looks like only 1 or 2 people have pulled the trigger.
Another college hoops on Canby. Quinnipiac plus 7.5, minus 113 on Canby. Bookmaker and Circa are both sitting at 5.5, getting 2 points of value there. And Bookmaker's actually favoring the 5.5, so they may even jump to plus 5 here soon.
Do the Canby books have web pages?
Yes.
I need to check out Ballybet then. I don't have much money in there. I need to get my money. I got all my money.
I don't know about Bally. Parks does, and I know Rivers does.
Here's another FanDuel ping. Let's check it out. Didn't you just call out Marshall?
Plus 21.5. Yeah.
The alt spread pinged to like a market average. FanDuel. This chart's not even graphing the right play here, but these odds down here are good. ESPN's at 105, DraftKings at minus 105, FanDuel is at 122. So yeah, I'm not sure what FanDuel's doing with this line.
FanDuel just moved to plus 20, so they just moved in our favor by a point.
This one's probably dead then if I load this up. 19.5 at 122. It is dead. Now it's 18.5, 122. So it was good.
Yeah, that wouldn't have value to bookmaker and both bookmaker and Circa either.
No.
So it must have. Well, bookmaker and Circa are sitting at 20 and 20.5. Well, yeah, because 19 would be moving the other way. 19 should be at plus money if you wanted Marshall.
Yeah, it did flag 19.5 at plus 122.
Oh, plus 122. Okay.
Yeah, but it's dead now. It's dead now anyway.
Yeah.
So they moved.
Okay.
They moved. So it was.
I thought you
good.
said minus. Okay, yeah, it probably was then.
Another weird market average. The Florida Ole Miss game under. FanDuel's moving upwards. I would avoid it.
It's kind of crazy when we do streams like this, and then I get off and refresh my picket. It's just
it's a lot. It's a lot
money
of
all over the place. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Pickett has let's see. Hey, I'm 1-0 today. I think I hit a soccer bet. Yeah, it was like Verona or something. Not to score a goal. They lost 5-0. Nice job. Expected profit 417 today. We'll see. We'll see about that.
Oh, yeah. Those bother me, man.
I hate it, dude. I don't know why.
It'll start at right now. I'm profit projected at 250, and that'll be negative in 15 minutes after kickoff.
The second the game started, that number just starts dropping.
And then it's just going to be a grind all day.
Looking back at some of these plays, Lamar plus 2.5 that we called out.
Mm-hmm.
We got it at minus 110. Pinnacle's at minus 140. Now, we didn't play these compared to Pinnacle, but me and Jeff kind of talked about this. When it comes to, closer to game time, all the markets are pretty much, or all the books are kind of in line. So like Pinnacle DVig isn't good to take a play, but by the time the game starts, the Pinnacle's probably producing a pretty accurate line, just like every book is.
And that's the one I took the other side on accident.
More Rockets Trailblazers pinging. Yeah, you took the other side. Yeah, your EV is not looking too good on that one.
No.
Eastern Washington over 151.5. Minus 110 is good on Canby. You're getting a 1.5 to both Circa and Bookmaker. Sorry. You want me to start with the book so you know if you can just ignore me or not?
Yeah, I can just tune you out when I hear Canby. Here's another one we took. Vermont, minus 5.5. We got at 115. Closing line, minus 146.
Damn. Killing it.
Yep. This line isn't available on Pinnacle or Circa, so most likely they bumped it in our favor.
Well, it's crazy. So that's the other thing with using like a penny DV or a penny CLV on Pickett is if the line moves so much in your favor or against you, it doesn't count it. So the massive moves that we get in our favor, if penny doesn't have a line at that number, it doesn't even count it. So it's like you're getting massive CLV and it can't even count it because there's nothing to compare it to.
That's a good point. Here's one I'm going to attempt to get on Fliff. Share the page. North Carolina, AT&T versus Elon. Under 48.5 points, minus 110.
There's a FanDuel ping that just pinged too. It's Georgetown under 48.5. Looks like it's only showing Bookmaker, but it went from 115 down to 140.
All right, I'll pop over to that one in a second.
Is that a team total?
No, I think it's a game total. Georgetown versus Holy Cross, yeah.
It must be a first half team total.
Holy
It's
Cross is a
41.
Massachusetts team. Not even gonna be able to bet that one, but
Oh, that must be. That's not basketball then? If they're playing Holy Cross, that must be football.
I see some people getting on this one, so maybe it's.
Is the city burning down again, Robbie?
No,
Or
that's not my.
Oh, that's not you.
No, this one's still good on Fliff here. This is a great play. Maybe I should sprinkle a little bit more here.
I put the rest of my bankroll on it.
All right, I'm jumping on this Georgetown play. Oh, I can get $99 down on it. Oh no, and it just moved to 47.5 as I was hitting. I hate that.
Yeah,
it moves like as you click it.
All right, this is what Chap was talking. Are you talking about the Georgetown play? Is it dead?
Yeah, it just moved. It just moved. I literally hit bet as it moved to 47 and locked in 47 like an idiot.
Oh, yeah. Here's one on DraftKings:
right.
Harvard versus Yale under 49. Bookmaker minus 144.
Oh shit!
They're coming in hot now, boys.
Mm-hmm. See, these are those ones though. Like we're 10 minutes before kickoff. I want to go back and chart like 10 minutes, like the 15 minutes before kickoff, and see what these moves are actually like. Are we actually gaining this much value right before kickoff, or are these just kind of weird moves?
Yeah, that would be cool to do. It's a lot of the tracking. This is kind of. I was like. I've gotten really bad with tracking all my plays because I kind of just have an idea of what I should be doing. So I don't have to go back and track everything unless I'm going through a really bad downswing. That's the only time I really look. But DraftKings, the book is not loading for me right now. There we go. Yale, Harvard. Oh, there's no damn search bar for DK.
Only on mobile, not on desktop.
So annoying too.
I usually use Control F and just find it that way if you pull up the sport.
Oh, that works, yeah.
Yeah, go to the sport and just Control F.
And if you limit it on DraftKings, you can get it on Caesars, but it's at 115, but showing still a 3% AV.
We're up to a 148 live total for that Georgia game.
Nice. Couple points off.
We have life.
We have life.
Since Jay put me on it for 3 units.
Yeah. You're going to owe him money if it hits or just a one-way street?
I'll buy him a beer.
Thanks,
buddy.
When
he has to fly up to Michigan, but I'll buy him a beer.
He's gonna fly out for that free beer.
I'll put him up too. He can stay at my place.
There you go.
Hey, look at this. Oh, join the stream. Look at that. Did you see what Jay just called out in the Discord? Or I guess it was 10 minutes ago. St. Francis plus 21.5. Join the stream.
Time check on that. See who was first.
I don't know. Well, he did put at the bottom. Math wins found this.
No.
So he must be listening.
I'm struggling to find this Yale Harvard game. This is football, right?
Marco just said it's because it's Harvard's in Massachusetts.
Oh, what I probably lost 3 easy plays while I was. Thank you, Marco. Saved me a couple minutes though.
Should have let him go for a while.
Hold on, boys. We got Yale Harvard on Fliff. I can hit that on Fliff.
Yeah.
So much worse price though, 10-cent difference. I don't really love giving up that much.
Do you still, Robbie? You still use Bovada at all?
No, actually, I just got an email like a couple weeks ago that Bovada is removing themselves from Massachusetts now, so they won't or they're not accepting it anymore. Basically gave me a month to take all my money out. So that's what I did. I never really used them too much anyway. I've used them for the past like 10 years. They were the book I used before I got into profitable sports betting. So had a good run with them, but yeah, I never even really attacked their markets, which is a waste of time. I should have, when I heard that they were going out of the state, I should have just hit them hard.
They limit pretty quick, so I don't know how much you would have been able to actually get off.
Yeah.
But I was just curious because there are some value on Bovada, but I know
there's some good plays.
My guess is it'd be pretty limited.
I'll be back in 1 second.
See if we can find a couple more plays here in Crunch. I'm probably going to hop off at noon, so I probably got 5 minutes before I'm going to get off here and see if we can find a play or two down the stretch here.
You guys use Hard Rock?
I don't.
No, it's not in Michigan, I don't think.
I'm pretty limited, but they have a lot of good plays on there.
Did we already hit this Lafayette under 52.5 minus 110 on?
I know we talked about that game.
Yeah,
I think we tried to, but it moved.
So I'm taking that one.
There's an ESPN.
Because that's the one that I was.
Columbia, Cornell. See if it's still there. Nope.
Dead on ESPN.
Yeah, we're getting some things right now.
Yeah, we are. It's hard to fill. I can imagine. Yeah, if you're new here and we're just like spamming plays like this, it's like once you get a quick idea of how to read a chart. But
there's a fliff. Robert Morris, Stonehill under 46.5. Looks like
see if I can get that one.
Yeah, it's so hard to keep up.
You're gonna like that's
Georgia.
You're gonna miss a bunch of them, but
yeah.
Georgia Marquette total 149.5.
1 point.
We're getting there, boys.
Total under 146.
Nah, it's dead.
Minus 120 now. Yep, it's dead. Hop over to FanDuel. Market average play. Probably won't take that one.
DK.
If you're hold on. FanDuel college hoops ping. UMBC, Maryland, Baltimore County, minus 1.5, minus 104. Just search UMBC. It'll come up as that.
On what book? DraftKings?
No, this is FanDuel.
What's the play?
Minus 1.5 UMBC over Boston University. Minus 1.5, minus 104. Oh, yeah, you Massachusetts guys can't play that.
There are a ton of Massachusetts teams.
I think they might have pulled the spread anyway because I'm not seeing it.
Pretty sure Dartmouth is also Massachusetts.
About Long Island University, Wagner.
Where are you seeing that one?
On DK. Did it go?
Oh yeah, I did just hit this one actually. This is a good play. Wagner versus Long Island University under 41. Yeah, it's a good play.
It's like Caesars maybe has a decent Lehigh.
Caesars has a few.
FanDuel, Illinois State, North Dakota.
Yep. Bookmaker minus 115. We're getting this at plus money on FanDuel here, so I'll take it. Over 55, 105. Ooh, max bet 128. They're afraid. Yeah, Illinois State, North Dakota over 55.5 for plus 105 on FanDuel. Good play. Bookmakers at minus 115.
Yeah, I got 128 too. Same thing.
Syracuse versus Connecticut. We called this one out earlier, so don't double dip. But if you're new here, Connecticut plus 6.5 at plus 102. I think we grabbed that at plus 100. So got a little extra value, but bookmaker and circa. Bookmaker minus 115, circa minus 110.
Well, there's the rest of the bankroll and bet 365. So I don't have much money. I think the only money I have left is in Fanatics because I can't get nothing down.
Yeah, right.
It looks like there's a good rebet play. I see boat on it. Richmond, William and Mary under 49 for minus 105. Bookmakers at 135, minus 135. See if they let me get anything on there. Oh, they just locked it because it's noon.
It just went live.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. All right, I think you guys ready to wrap it up here?
Yeah, I think everything's gonna start locking up.
Yeah, noon starting. Time to go sweat some bets.
Sounds good.
All right, thanks for joining, guys. We'll probably do it again next Saturday. So if you guys are around, sure, hop on. All right, boys, let's go.
Take it easy, fellas.
Catch you later.